back for the second video for today. Was tossing up whether to do another one or not, but there was someone in the Discord that really wanted to know about towers, and I'm the right amount drunk to talk about towers. I still remember everything that I need to know, and I can still speak. Right. So basically, we'll start with when you first start the game. If you're level 1 through to level 401, because I'm sure there's a few people that aren't yet level capped. XP tree. First tower you should get, not the first thing you should buy, but the first tower you should get should be an XP tree, and you should cap it as quickly as possible. Just because you want to get to the level cap quickly. Don't worry about skills. You will get enough points to max everything. Obviously, max XP first, followed by gold, and then probably cooldown. But we'll do that in another video. XP tree first, but the most important tower is the gold tower, obviously. 35% gold. Run it wherever you can. This is my skip build, so I don't have it in it because I'm not focusing on gold for skipping waves. I'm focusing on quickly skipping the wave. If you can get away with using it, which 99% of the time you can. I wouldn't run it in infinite, but you know, I mean, I could swap this in for the ice towers or barracks or really anything. Apart from that, Thunder Tower is the only one that you're going to see significant damage from, but that doesn't mean it's the only good tower. A lot of people have use with Deathworm. Obviously, I haven't promoted it because I don't use it. It can be good, doesn't attack air, and I'm at the point in the game where I need things that attack the air, so I dropped it. I also don't use Burning Tower. It's not bad. I mean, you can tell by the levels what I use really. I use barracks, I use turret, I use the turret, I use cannon, and I use thunder tower and frozen tower. Burning tower is quite good, and you should probably swap into it for some things. Probably most of you should be using burning tower instead of frozen, unless you're at the point in the game where you're using a specific build like me that requires the slow, or you really need to slow down mobs, which is why I have it in my builds, because since the update it's quite insane. Burning Tower, yeah, it does moderate damage. It's nothing special, but it does do moderate damage. Frozen Tower does sweet fuck all. I leveled it as a joke the other night, because I had 250 billion spare or something, so I thought, whatever, maybe it'll shine at 9999. I couldn't quite get there, obviously, and it doesn't change anything. Don't waste gold on it. Get it to pretty much the second promotion level, which would be what, 31? No, get it to level 6, and you can basically leave it. I mean, if you've got spare gold, put some in it. It doesn't do any damage though. You just use it to slow mobs when you're running 0. It's just an extra slow, and it fires quite fast. Thunder Tower is excellent, which is why I've prestige leveled it. It does a significant amount of damage. As you can see here, it's 6th overall, and way above anything else. Even my castle segments, which I will go into on this video actually, just to stretch it out a little bit. Thunder Tower has like a chain. It's got 5 chains. It's fast attacking, does lots of damage. Definitely worth prestige leveling. Not worth prestige leveling before you do, say, Lightning Sorcerer or Dark Ranger or Dark Elf, though. Cannon does splash damage. It's not bad. If you need ground damage, it's quite good in infinite. I do not currently run it just because I'm running turret to get rid of the flying mobs a bit easier. but realistically, cannon is probably about the same damage. It attacks ground, but it does splash. Thornworm, I haven't bought it. That should tell you everything you need to know about it. Um, Defensive barracks, not great. None of the barracks are offensive or defensive. Um, the reason mine's so high is, again, experimenting. It doesn't do any damage. I thought it might increase the health of the mobs or that it summons or anything, but they 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 still die. Um, and I only use them as a distraction to stop Zero dying so early, because they'll target whatever's out in front. Zero's ranged, and the barracks units are melee, so they'll run in front and form a two-person wall. It's not much, but you know. And turret is the new tower, and it is really good. I'm quite happy with it. Um, don't expect too much damage out of it, but it is what it is. It's pretty good. It destroys the Zeppelin when combined with your Lightning Whiz, your Lightning Tower, and your Dark Ranger. It destroys packs of Cancer. It's good. I'd consider using it. I probably wouldn't recommend leveling it this high unless you have nothing else to level, like me, sort of. The only one really you should heavily invest in that I absolutely recommend is Thunder Tower, and I would not prestige level it until you've got other things at like 2000-ish. Prestige 2000, which is probably a long way off for quite a few of you. Um, as for castle segments, this is your basic setup that everyone should use. It's pretty much cookie cutter. You've got your lightning castle, your minigun, and your ballista. Cannon doesn't do splash damage, so you can automatically rule it out. It's not any good. Poison castle is just cannon that's poison damage. Not really good. Even with Sarah, it doesn't synergize well enough. Shield castle is good to use. Swap out ballista for it, because your ballista is sort of like the underperforming one. And as you can see, it's at the bottom. And shield castle it can be good in infinite or skipping waves. I use it in my regular wave build at the moment, as you can see, just because I've swapped back to the horn and the mobs come faster. It's a little bit hectic at times. Gold castle is what I would use in the gold build if I didn't need the shield castle. Again, swap out ballista. You pretty much swap that out for whatever else you're gonna swap in. As for the bottom, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Now that it costs so many more gems to level past 5,000, Poison Castle is significantly less valuable than it was, what, 4 patches ago. Lightning Castle doesn't actually work at the moment. The way these bottom towers work is, okay, the attacker is stunned for 2 seconds, the attacker is knocked back, the attacker is slowed for 2 seconds. They only proc when a mob hits the castle, which is virtually never. The only one that routinely hits the castle is Tauren, which is why I have poison out. Lightning Castle, it doesn't proc in attack animations. It just doesn't work. You can't knock back the Tauren and you can't stun the Tauren. So poison's the only one you should use. In infinite, you'll see a lot of people running frozen, or fire, or any of them really. It doesn't matter so much, because if mobs get to this area where they're able to hit your tower and proc the thing, you've pretty much lost. There's not much you can do. You can use it like a lightning power up, but it's just a waste of a power up. You might as well start again. Mobs really shouldn't get past half screen on infinite, and if they do, you're kind of in panic mode. And that's really it. as far as towers go, it's not super complicated. Thunder Tower is worth investing in. Frozen Tower is not super worth investing in, but it is worth using. Use your trophy wherever you can. Um, use your tree. If you can get away with 2 towers like I am, use the tree. If you want gold, use the gold promotion. I swap back and forth at the moment because I've just joined a new guild. I'm pushing waves quite hard, so I've gone crystal tree, which fills out my crystals quite a bit quicker. It's one extra crystal every 3.5-ish waves. With the gold, it is, I've noticed, about 15% of your wave gold for that wave, and it procs about every 3 to 3.2 waves, which works out at about 5% gold increase overall. It's not huge, but it can be good if you want to squeeze every little bit of gold out. It's worth using, and I don't believe I touched on that in my gold build, which I probably should have, but obviously I am forgetful. Anyway, hopefully that clears a few things up for you, helps you understand what you shouldn't use. I don't think there's anything I should touch on again. No. Alright, cool. Thanks for watching. I forgot what the next one's the next video is going to be on how to kill the dragons, because that's super simple and someone's requested that. So I probably want to do that tonight. I might do that tomorrow if I've got time. And as for the Endless Frontier videos, I'm still not sure how I'm going to do that. And apparently emulators are being banned in the next update. So I'm going to possibly wait and see how that plays out, because I have no intention of filming YouTube videos on an actual telephone. That's ridiculous. Anyway, hope you have a good night. Catch you later.